Good afternoon, everybody. Sadness, fatigue, worthlessness, thoughts of suicide, isolation. What do all of these things have in common? They're characteristics of depression. The group that will be mostly affected by depression would be young adults and teenagers. This is the case because us young adults and teenagers, we experience a lot of stress dealing with high school and college and just the normal stresses of living day to day here in America. According to teendepression.org, it says that at least 20% of all American teenagers are going to experience depression before they hit adulthood. So, what is depression? WebMD gives a very general yet fulfilling description of what depression really is. And it says it's a feeling of intense sadness, helplessness, and hopelessness that we all have experienced, will experience, or are currently experiencing. We may not see it, but a lot of us do suffer from depression. It affects a lot of us. It could even be affecting the person sitting right next to you. I actually suffer from mild depression. So what does mild depression look like? I don't always want to get out of the bed in the morning. I don't always feel up to going out and having fun with my friends. I find it hard to just find joy sometimes. I'm angry. I'm irritated with the world. I feel like everything is my fault. I don't feel worth anything. I don't feel like I could do anybody any good on this earth. Luckily, I haven't thought of suicide because my depression isn't that severe, only because I've been trying my best to control it. Depression is categorized as a mental health disorder. That's exactly what it is. When you're constantly drowning yourself with negative emotions and negative feelings, that's not good because your brain affects everything else in your body, and when you're depressed, it affects your brain. So we may not always know that we're suffering from depression, and we may not know that our loved one is suffering from depression. So it's important that if we even have the slightest thought that that could be the case, that we talk to a doctor about it. Because once we figure out what's really going on with us, then it's easier to kind of solve the issue because you know where the issue began and you know what the issue actually is. Depression can also create huge barriers between friendships and relationships. Your friend may not always want to get on the phone. Your friend may not always want to talk to you. Your friend may not want to get out of the bed some mornings. And honestly, you can't blame them for that. It's because of what they're dealing with. Instead of beating them over the head and saying they're being antisocial, it's better that you try to figure out what's really going on with them and to help them cope with whatever they're dealing with. Another thing we can really do to try to lift these people up and keep them from sinking further into what they're dealing with is not bring negativity to them. Negativity is only going to make them feel worse. And we can't feed into their depression because depression can be contagious sometimes. And in conclusion, depression won't just go away. It's a fight. You have to fight this fight every single day. And to keep ourselves and others from just totally drowning in depression, we must try to see the brighter side of situations. That may not always seem possible, but that's what we have to do in order to move forward. And ultimately, we have to be strong for those who can't be strong for themselves. Thank you.